been out of the country before. I was like, no, this is my first time and I'm going for my master's in this school. Like, oh, I forgot this word. When you prepare for this interview, don't try to sound generic. My name is Precious. I'm currently a graduate student here in the United States at the Ohio State University. I'm doing my master's in design. From Nigeria, I'll say I don't think it's a very difficult process, but it's something that you have to be very passionate about, and because you have to put in a lot of hard work, especially if you want to come to the United States with full funding, like I did, because I got my funding, fully funded offer from Nigeria. So you have like what I did was started researching my schools on time because I wanted to come for the fall of 2023. So the previous year I started looking for schools that was doing the program I wanted to do, started researching their funding opportunity. At the end of the day, I think from all the research I did, I applied to just two universities and I narrowed it down to the ones I knew that I had strong qualification for. And at the beginning of 2023 in February, I got feedback from those schools as they said asking me for interview and all that. After the interview, I got accepted into the two schools I applied to with fully funded offer. So one thing that I say really helped me was doing the research from the beginning. You don't have to wait to the deadline before you start doing your research. So start if you want to do this, you have to start on time. You have to prepare yourself on time because sometimes writing these SOPs take time. I don't want to write something that is very generic because you're competing against many other people. So you want to make sure that you stand out. So just preparing on time, that was what really helped me, and that was how my experience was just preparing on time, gathering all the documents I need. Because sometimes even getting your transcript from university might delay you. So these are the things you need to start like doing now. Like, okay, I need to get my transcript ready. I need to get my application materials ready so that when you want to apply, it's going to be easy for you to apply. Just be conversational. Don't just eliminate fear. So my interview was even less than 2 minutes. And they're like, okay, what do you currently do? As at then, I was working as a product designer. So I told them I was looking for a product designer. They're like, okay, why do you want to, how are you going to fund your education? So well, I told them that I got a fully funded offer based on my qualifications. So just try to be more conversational. Try to clarify their answers. I feel you're going to get it because I didn't even get the questions of on time. Like it was so fast, like it was less than 2 minutes. I would say one thing that really helped me was also preparation. I also had people I was practicing with before the interview, so I was already very confident in my answers. So even if like I didn't get the questions of home ties, but that doesn't mean you should not prepare for it. So you should always like prepare those answers. And when you prepare for this interview, don't try to sound generic because that's one thing that because some people just have like exact what they want to see and like, oh, I forgot this word. What do I have to say? So just make it very conversational. Just have an idea of okay, why do you want this program? This is what I'm going to say, but don't just say it word by word, like I'm coming from this, because they can tell when you sound generic. So just try to be more conversational when you do this interview, because they're also humans like yourself. So when I first came to the US, I would say it took me a while before I was able to adjust to the system here. First coming from Nigeria, I thought, okay, yeah, I survived university in Nigeria, so yeah, I'm going to do this in the US. But because especially when the curriculum was like I had just three courses that particular first semester I came, I was like, okay, three courses. I took 8 courses in my undergrad, so I can do this. But the US curriculum is very different because it's a lot of work, like you have to there's a lot of assignment, there's a lot of and you if you don't stay on track, you can easily just fall off. So you have to know each of this deadline, like because when you miss a deadline you're losing your points for that particular assignment, and just losing one particular point might make you like fall below a grade in a class. It was very difficult adjusting, like compared to the Nigerian education system. So you have to give yourself grace a couple of months, talk to people, ask for help. If you know you cannot meet a particular deadline, learn to reach out to the professor on time because they are open to it. Because one thing I've learned, because I also work as a teaching professor, teaching assistant here at university. So if you cannot meet a particular deadline, just letting the professor know, like, this is what's happening to me. I don't think I'm able to meet this particular deadline for this assignment. And can you please give me an extension? It's better than not saying anything and going to meet the professor after the assignment is done. That doesn't really happen in a corporate world. And they are trying to train you in the way that when you leave the university, you have this working standard. You can, if you're working for someone, you can't wait for the deadline to tell them, I didn't do it. So you have to learn to talk on time, learn to ask for help. Also, reach out to people that have gone through that particular program before. So that can be also a form of help. Oh, how did you do this? Please, can you please tell me how you did it so I can learn one or two from you? So that really helped me. Learning how to do this on time, learning how to reach out to people to ask for help, learning how to, and the professors here are very open. In case you don't understand something, you could schedule a time to professor, like, can we please go through over this thing? I'm finding difficulty understanding this particular part of this module, and they're going to really explain it to you. And yeah, adjusting is not easy, but it's something that when you do all this, because these are the things that help me. Like when you do all this, seek help, ask for help when you need it. It's going to help you adjust better. Okay, I was working at Pay4Me as a UI UX designer, and this really helped me because the school I applied to, I was applying to my master's in design. And take note, I didn't have any design undergrad experience, any design undergrad certificate. My undergrad was in a very completely different field. I had my bachelor's degree in science education. So, but immediately after my undergrad and after youth service, I started working for Pay4Me. And I was able to use my working experience as a designer to apply for this my master. So it's very important. I know some people will be like, "Oh, I don't have an undergraduate degree in this particular field, so I can't apply for masters." It doesn't work here. Some schools look at your professional experience, so that really helped me. I was able to tell them like, okay, although I don't have a degree in design, but I have working experience. I've been working for over 3 years. I've been able to do this and do this with Pay4Me, and this has helped me grow as a designer. And I want to use this master to further enhance my skills now. And that was how it played out for me. Just using my working experience to apply for my masters. For Nigerians coming to the US, I'll say if you are applying to schools, learn to start on time because sometimes arranging all these document for application takes time. So in case you want to come a particular season, learn to understand like we have I'll say two academic seasons. We have the spring and we have the autumn. But in the autumn, there is more funding opportunity. So if you want funding opportunity, you have to start like you want to apply for next year autumn, start preparing your material now because most of the applications are open currently, like January. So if you want to apply for 2026 autumn, which is August of next year, 2026, you have to start gathering the materials now. You don't have to wait like, okay, I have January, because sometimes takes time. I know of someone that wanted to apply for transcript, and the school was telling him that the transcript would take 6 months before they'll be able to send transcript. So those things like that. So you have to start preparations on time. You have to reach out to people. And also, Nigerians abroad are always open to helping you. So, in case you see a particular program or you search for your school, you've done your research, you've identified school you want to go to, reach out to people in that school. Hello, my name is this, and I want to apply for this program. I see you're currently in this program. What do you think I can do? How can you help me? And people are really open to helping other people, especially Nigerians abroad. So just prepare on time, reach out to people, and just start maybe drafting your SOPs or something like that. And first of all, you have to maybe use this opportunity to start researching for school because this takes time to, because especially when you want funding, you have to start researching school, checking their funding opportunity, reaching out to professors. So just start the whole process on time. It's going to help you avoid so many rushing situations. So just start the process on time. That's what I can say. I got this job was first of all, I didn't have the money to fund my school fees coming from Nigeria because it's very expensive. I think my school fees is over $40,000 a particular semester, which if you convert it to Naira is way expensive. And this is per semester, not per section. So I didn't have I knew I wasn't gonna have that amount of money. So what I did was aside when I was searching for schools, I was really focusing on schools that have funding opportunity. And the way the funding works in America is either you're on fellowship or you are on a graduate assistantship. So for fellowship, meaning you don't have any working obligation. Fellowship is like an award. So you're just going to study and you're going to take more courses because now you don't have any work, you don't have any work responsibilities. You're just focusing on your education. So that one is means people that have like maybe good academic like CGPAs or good you've done something that qualifies you. So the department will nominate you, then the graduates who can decide if you qualify for the fellowship or not. So that's quite, I won't say hard because I know of people that have gotten that too. So another option is the graduate assistantship. The way the graduate assistantship work, in some schools you have three type of graduate assistantship, but here in my school, we have two type, which is the graduate research assistantship or graduate teaching assistantship. The graduate teaching assistantship means you have to work for the school for 20 hours teaching undergraduate courses. In some school, you don't have to teach the course yourself. In some school, you're just helping the main professor grade, prepare course materials, and take attendance, just helping the main professor with these responsibilities of the class, taking some of the burden off the main professor. While in some other cases, you are able to you'll be teaching a particular course to a student. Why this might sound scary, it's not that scary because honestly, you have help. You have help in like wherever you need, you have help. So you take some undergraduate courses and you do this 20 hours a week. So you have your school the other hours and you have your responsibilities the other 20 hours. So this is what I'm doing currently. I'm a graduate teaching assistantship, which I help my professor in taking undergraduate course. So sometimes we divide our class into two. She's like, okay, teach this part of the class, right? Takes part of the class. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going to teach the children how to do the student how to do this part. So that's really played that well for me. And also it's also giving me like experience. Now I have experience in teaching. Aside just getting my graduate degree, I'm also having experience in teaching now. The graduate research assistantship, the way it works is you are paired with a particular person doing a research, maybe a particular professor doing a research and they need more help like with their research. So you help them with these research activities. Will be like you're preparing survey for them, or you're designing something for them, or you are going to feed to do the research. So this thing varies depending on the particular field you're into. So right now I'm just talking about like design. For design, if you're paired with someone doing a professor doing a research as a graduate research associate or assistant associate, what you do for the professor is like, oh, you want to help them prepare their research material, you want to help them prepare their survey, their interview question, how to analyze their data, how to present this. So this is what you'll be doing. And also the way this thing works, even if you're a graduate teaching assistantship or a graduate research assistantship, you're gaining experiences on how you can use this experience to advance in the field. That's a very good question because honestly, okay. And what some schools do is sometimes they're not guarantee of 100% funding. They can give you 50% funding. That can help, meaning they are covering your tuition 50% when you pay the other 50%. So if you know you can do that, because I won't want to discourage you from coming abroad, but it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to lie for you. It's not going to be easy combining your academic and going to work extra. Sometimes you might get lucky and come to the US and you're able to secure an assistancy position even from other departments. So while that is not guaranteed, there's also some on-campus job you could also do to help you like sort out your bills. But it's not going to be easy. I won't lie for you because even if they are giving you half, take for instance, my school fees is around $40,000. Even if they are giving you half, which is $20,000, you have to pay $20,000 in like 3 months or 4 months, which is very. I don't know if how practical it is. I've seen some people that have survived with it, so I'm not going to discourage you, but I'll advise you really seek for funding opportunity. Even if some department don't have funding, look around the schools. You can see somewhere that like, okay, we want help in this, and you can they can fund you too. So that's what I advise. Just seek funding, and also I think there's Empower. I don't know how that works. So I think some people have gotten Empower loan that has helped them also fund their education. So there are various ways you could navigate this process. Well, I would really advise that just get some sort of funding before you come. Uh, Studying abroad is good. Is really good, and you have to put in the work. So I don't know how. Yeah, you have to put in the work because if you want to, like, or even before coming abroad, that's when you start. Like when you decide you want to study abroad, you just said you already said putting in the work because researching for these schools take time. So just know that for you to get something good, you have to put in the work. So be ready to put in the work from the before coming into the US during the application process. While in the US, you have to because you don't want to come. You are not having good grade because you are lazy or because you are missing deadlines. So you have to put in the work and know, okay, this is what I want and this is my goal. So having a clear goal will make you stay on track. And yeah, just put in the work and have a clear goal. Yeah, thank you.